Okay, this is Freekstyle, a game that I have semi-recorded on my channel before. We're actually going to do a full-fledged playthrough now, and I'm not going to be using Mike because everyone uses him, right? So, instead we'll use Greg, who's the confident Englishman, and we're going to go in with the secret weapon. So let's start the basics. This is a racing game, and I guess an extreme sports game too. So basically, Freakstyle is all about going really fast, doing a whole bunch of tricks, and trying not to crash. So this game basically rewards you for doing tricks that take long. Tricks give you hold. Tricks give you boost, right? Which is essential for going through the races. And you have about like 20 to 50 different tricks that you can do at a time. I've already done like 7 or 5, so that's the name of the game. You keep pulling off tricks. Make sure you don't crash. I almost just did there. See, I did crash. So it happens. But the name of the game is to get tricks, which help you build speed, which help you use boost, and yeah, that's the main gimmick with this game compared to other races. This game is all about going tricks. There's no items or anything like that. So, just your pure skill and your control of your motorcycle. Now, when you fill up the red meter, you'll end up getting a 4-button trick. There's 1-button tricks, 2-button tricks, 3-button tricks, and then the 4-button trick, which I just did there. And if you execute the 4-button trick, your screen goes, turns into a blur, you get infinite boost, you go really fast. You are really hard to control though, which can be annoying. And the screen blur makes it hard to see where the hell you're going. But now I got the basics out of the way. Let's talk about this track. This is the opening track. This track is really easy. It gives you a lot of jumps to go through. There's no really tough spot. There's nowhere you're really gonna crash. The only way you're really gonna crash on this map is if obviously you mess up a trick, or if you're going for one of the shortcuts. And you don't have to go up that way that I keep going, but I like going there anyway because I mean it does slow you down, but it's the first race. I'm gonna win anyway. Even though I am going at a decent speed, you can probably tell that I am fucking barely winning. I keep going from first to second, which has nothing about this game. It's ridiculously hard. It is very hard. If you crash once, like a lot of racing games, the AI will catch up in a flash, and it's really annoying. So right there's your 4-button trick, 2-button trick. The 1 and 2-button tricks are the same no matter what bike you pick. The 3-button tricks change. For example, I'm gonna pull off a heel clicker, which is only on certain bikes. So let's talk about tweaking tricks. So for the purpose of this, I'll be using Superman. Just to give you an example, so if I hit 2 buttons, I get the Superman trick, right? I can just hold it down and let go. So that's fine. But if I hit Z on GameCube, I don't know what it is for PS2 and Xbox, but see, like if I had Superman, I can tweak into a one-handed Superman, and it just ends it. You can do a trick after that, but it's gonna take a while. Yeah, I could go Superman, and then do something else if I had more time. So I could go Superman no-hander, but if I go no-hander point, I gotta wait for that point to be over. It's just a tweak. So it basically lets you get points instead of just holding down the trick, and it's really helpful for short jumps. And another thing about this game is that you cannot use the same tricks over and over. I mean, you can. The game doesn't literally like force you to, but if you keep using a trick, you will get less and less points for it. You'll get less and less boost for it. So this game encourages you to use all the tricks in your arsenal. I did not mean to do that. I'm gonna crash. Yep. Alright. So back to talking about motoplex. So this game, when you first play through each course, you have to beat the course 3 times, which is really annoying. But for the first 2 times, you only have to come in the top 3, which is doable. So even though I crashed, I still came in first. Blew him out of the water. I mean, not really brag about. I only came in first by 4 seconds, which obviously bullshit. I mean, you guys saw me. I crashed like once, maybe twice, and I barely won. Come on. But back to motoplex. There aren't too many shortcuts. There's 2 main shortcuts, which if you look to my bottom left, there's a little bit of a tunnel there. I'll take you to a shortcut. I usually never go there because it's really easy to crash there, and I don't think it's that much faster, because going through the dirt before you get into the shortcut's really annoying. But the shortcut will take you over this fence that's to the right of me right now, that I almost crashed into. Let's talk about something else. Combos are another thing. You see how that said 2 times? So instead of getting just 9,000, I got 18,000. Combos are a list of combos in the combo book that give you extra stuff. It gives you more points when you do a combo. So, for example, if I do a combo which is a no-hander and a no-footer, I get the handed foot combo. Instead of getting 6,000 points, I get 12,000 points now, and I'll get extra boost and extra freak-out meter and stuff. And you want to do these combos because the combos will max out your stats. And you guys probably saw me already do a combo, which if I do 2 360s in a row, I'll get a 720. And I believe I did 3 in a row before, which is also a combo. But right off this ramp, I could do 3 Supermans in a row, which I believe is super triplets. I can't even explain what just happened there. I guess I landed on a slope and I couldn't really control myself. Also, when you're in Freakstyle, you're constantly going forward. There's no brake. There's no reverse in this game. You can brake, but you can't actually drive in reverse, which is kind of stupid. That would definitely help. So, like, usually the combos are just you do like the same trick over and over. Once you start to play the game, they'll start to make sense. Like here, if I just do a seat grab, this trick takes a while, so I won't be able to do it. But if I just do 2 of those, that will be a combo. If I do 3 seat grabs, that's a combo. 4 seat grabs. If I do Cordova, then Cordova again, I'm going to crash or not. And if I do 3 of them, that's a combo. The reason why I can't do 3 or 4 tricks in a row right now is because the jumps aren't big enough on this map, which one. I can't believe I just crashed. And then 2 is that my stats aren't up yet. As you saw before I picked this guy, they all have their stats, which are speed, which is alright. I mean, I never really upgrade speed, because, I mean, if you upgrade the other stats, you're just going to naturally go faster. You have boost, which makes you basically boost faster and use less, which is really good. You have control, which never seems to help me ever. The control never gets much better in this game, which is a complaint people have. A valid complaint, because the hit detection and control and the way you hit yourself into things. For example, you have been noticing that I've been avoiding this flaming hoop. You can go through this flaming hoop, but if you touch the sides of that hoop at all, your character will fall off. It doesn't have to be like your whole body. If your arm touches it, if your helmet, and you'll just fly off. So I tend to avoid the flaming hoops whenever I can, because it's fucking suicide. So Alright, done. I've talked about combos. Motoplex is a pretty easy map. You have the one big jump. It's the second biggest jump in the game, actually. Which is a little disappointing considering this is a first map, but there are other maps with big jumps. That just happens to be the second biggest one. But as far as Motoplex goes, it's a really good map. It's a really good introduction, I think. Doesn't really have any bullshit. I mean, you really gotta know what you're doing, though, to win these races. This game doesn't pull any punches, doesn't babysit you. Even on the first level, it's pretty fucking tough. So, as you can see, you know, I would like to think I'm pretty good at this game, and I'm in third right now. So, it just happened. So, for future videos, I'm only going to be playing through the course once. I just want to play through this one 3 times, just so I can talk about the basics, the tricks, the maps, how I should have landed that. But, yeah. The other 2 stats are jumping and landing. Jumping and landing. Jumping is probably the best stat to upgrade. Jumping basically lets you stay in the air longer and get more height time when you jump off of ramps. And then landing basically makes it so that you'll have a higher chance to land tricks that you shouldn't. For example, where I just crashed there, if I had max landing, I would have landed that trick with no problem, wouldn't even been a debate. But we just beat Motoplex for the second time in a row. Came in second though. Who gives a shit? So we're gonna race again. For real this time, the real race after confrontation. So every third race, someone will get in your face, trash talk you, shit talk you. A lot of the insults are just kind of stupid. Like he just says, "What a great day for a ride," and he just comes in like, "Not for you, it won't be." Like, oh, like I'm scared. A lot of the insults are a little misogynist. You got 3 female racers in this game, and the character Mad Mike, he'll constantly tell them, get back in the kitchen. Why are you even in this race? You're gonna lose. You know, I mean, I don't think he's serious. I think he's just trash talking, but it's a little obsessive. And if you pick Mad Mike and you listen to his cutscenes, you'll know what I'm talking about. He doesn't think women should be in the sport. Now, I would like to say that all these characters are based off of real people. So if I make any accusations on these people, I'm talking about specifically how they are in the game. They're just hyped up personalities and are probably nowhere near close to what these people actually are. At least I would hope not. Now, Greg Albertson, the character I'm actually using, he was born in South Africa. Just like famous NBA player Steve Nash, who for some reason people like to call him Captain Canada, even though I never understood that, because he was born in Africa. Maybe he grew up there or something. But I have my freak out again, finally. A little problem with Motoplex is that a lot of times you'll get the freak out on the big jump, right? But as you can tell, it's a long stretch of road before you can trick again. So sometimes your freak out meter will run out before you can get to the next ramp. Now, here's where Freekstyle's skill really comes into play. If you know what you're doing, you'll be able to stay in freak out, move fast the entire time, and no one will be able to touch you. You'll get 15 seconds of freak out every time you land something, and if you land tricks, do tricks that you haven't done in a while, then you will continue to fill out that freak out. Motoplex, it's kind of hard to get a good freak out going, but there are 2 maps where if you really know what you're doing, you can stay in freak out damn near the whole race. So, I ain't got much else to say about Motoplex. I'm really just waiting to tell you guys about the stats, the trick book, combo book. Besides that, I ain't got nothing else to say. As long as you don't crash and you don't do anything stupid, you should beat motoplex no problem. Heavy equipment, 2 steamrollers. Steamroller is Alberton's signature trick. Only he can do a steamroller. So I got nothing else to say. Try to use variety in your tricks. Don't crash. Use your boost wisely. Use the boost to get through. I don't remember a lot of the combos right now, so just kind of mismatching random tricks together. I would say here, always go in the middle path. The bottom 2 are just slower, honestly. I don't really get the point. You might have noticed through all the lightning speed that I just passed through a blue skull sign. And I'm about to pass through another one, I believe. Yeah, there's a blue skull sign on my right. Those signs either indicate a shortcut or a big jump. One or the other. Right there was a big jump, but a lot of the times it can be a shortcut. Like a shortcut that I've been constantly passing by right now. Like I said, always avoid the hoop there. You get bonus points, but it's not worth it in my opinion. Just for little bonus points, just for your life. There's a shortcut right there to my left that I almost went through. It's really hard to go through. The hoop is really finicky. And you really have a small space to get through there, so I wouldn't advise it. And there was a blue skull on my left indicating that there was a shortcut, the tunnel shortcut, which I just showed you guys when I believe we started the second part of motoplex. So I just did a lot of things. I unlocked a new bike, new tricks. Dude starts with no jumping or landing. Like, dude, what the hell? I'll upgrade boost, jumping, and landing. Speed and control are pretty much useless in my opinion. Because, I mean, if you have boost, why the fuck do you need speed for? So, now we get the king, which will give me jumping and landing, thank God. And it gives me 3 new tricks. So, here's your trick book. You have tricks that can only be performed on certain bikes with certain characters. Then you have tricks that can be performed on any bike. Like, you got roadkill, any. But instead, you got stuff like garlic breath, which is like, oh, I have to use the king. And then you have combos. And you want to do these combos. You want to do a look back and a kick back. And you want to do a kiss of doom and a reverse and a buzz cut and a short circuit. Because if you do 50 out of those 60 combos, then all your stats, speed, boost, control, jump, and landing will all be maxed out, and you'll have a smoother time going through the game. And the combos really aren't that hard to do, so just do them. Also, you'll get a costume if you do the trick book, get 20 combos. And also, if, actually, no, there's nothing else. I think I've said everything. So, if you just do 50 of the 60, you're good. The rest of the combos are for bragging rights. When we go back, I'll probably record the next part right after. When we record again, it's just going to be a quick 12-minute video because I'm not going to be going through the course 3 times. And we're going to be going to Crossbelt, which is probably the worst map in the game.